What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Make It or Break It Monday. As always, excited to be with you here. I really hope your 10X exercise is getting you to think a little different, branch outside, and really try to figure out a way to create some big goals and some big success in your life. Today's message is very simple. Do not forget the basics. I was listening to a podcast, Andy Frisella, this past week or so, and it really got me thinking, and he gave some really good examples of why fundamentals are so important. And it's not that fundamentals are hard, right? A lot of the time the fundamentals are the easiest thing that we do, but it takes a lot of effort and it takes a lot of consistency, especially when things get good. I know me, when I first started my career in sales, it was in an industry, in the automotive industry, that I was not really familiar with at all. And what happens is I got into that job and they said, all right, to be successful, I need you to do these 7 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in that order. And I was like, I didn't know any different. So I just did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in that order. And I actually started to see some success. But what easily happened was my ego got involved a little bit. And you're like, man, I am a natural at this selling thing, or I'm a natural at this selling inside the automotive industry. And it was just like, maybe if I tweak it a little bit, I'd make it better. So instead of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 7. And I didn't really see too much of a change at first. But then maybe not even just changing it up, but maybe just started adding my own steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 5, 6, 6 3/4, 7, right? And what I started to see was my numbers actually started to dip. My performance started to dip, and actually my confidence started to dip. So what do when you are doing really well and then you start to drop? You're just like, man, what is going on with this process? So you do what's inherent, and hopefully you go back to the fundamentals again, right? And you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and miraculously, you actually start to see success again. And you start to go up, and if you do the same thing again and let your ego get in the way, you go down, then up, then down, then up, then down, and it's a perpetual roller coaster, right? Some people actually go through their entire lives going through that roller coaster, right? So that's why the fundamentals are so important, right? It's like Andy gave this example. It's like making a cake. You find the best cake maker in the world. You look at the recipe and you make it exactly like that. You make 50 cakes and all 50 of them are amazing and you feel like you're the best baker, and you start to get a little ego involved, right? So instead you start to add a little different ingredients or do the process a little different, and cakes 51 and 53 and 57 don't turn out as good, right? And you're like, what's going on? So it's almost like the athlete, instead of doing the training or doing what's actually required of you, you're like skipping practice. You stop doing the fundamentals. You're no longer doing like chest passes, and you're practicing like 360 dunks or something crazy like that, right? So the fundamentals are key to what we do, whether you're managing a team, whether it's new hires that are coming in, you're trying to get them scaled and successful as fast as possible, whether you're managing a task or you're just responsible for certain things during your day-to-day lives. All of it is very important. Another very relevant example was this past week was my mom's birthday. So one of my things on my 10X exercise was to spend more time with my family. So instead of just getting my mom just a gift, right, I told her, hey mom, for your birthday, I'm gonna take you out on a date. So for this date, I had the whole day planned. We did a bunch of different things, but one of the things was we went to a place called Brush Bar. So my mom got a little mimosa, and we got to do this fun little painting exercise together. Now, if you guys know me, I was not put on this earth to do 3 things: to dance, to sing, or to draw. I'm probably the least artistic person you may ever meet, but let me tell you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in that order, doing the fundamentals just like they taught during this class, I was able to produce this right here, Moonlit Lake. Pretty amazing, right? Especially from somebody like me who cannot even draw stick figures very well. But they broke this down into a few very, very simple steps, okay? So I followed these steps and it created success for me. They said, draw a line here. I said, okay. They said, draw a line here. I was like, all right, now fill this in, now fill this in. I was like, okay, now for the next 3 colors, do a little diagonal line here, mix in a little bit up top. Diagonal line, mix in a little bit up top. I was like, okay, this thing's actually starting to come together a little bit. Now take some black, draw some hills, fill those in, take your brush and tap, 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 kind of like Bob Ross, right? Tap, make some trees, and then take a little white, make a little moon up top and up bottom, take the back of the brush, dip it in some white, and dab and make a couple little stars. That was it. That was the entire exercise. 90 minutes of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, directly down that list. Now, if I went back and I had my ego involved and said, man, look at how great of a painter I am, and I said, just give me some new canvas, give me some paintbrushes and some paint, and just let me go in and draw the next one myself. I 100% would think that I would be able to do something like this, and I bet you it wouldn't turn out this good. So, don't forget the fundamentals. That does not mean do not grow and build on your skills, okay? Once you master 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then you start to figure out, how do I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 better, right? How do I add on complementary skills or complementary ways about creating more success? Maybe that's 8 and 9, right? But you do not miss the core. Do not miss the fundamentals, okay? At the end of the day, it might be easy. It might seem like it's just that day-to-day monotonous piece of what you have to do. But let me tell you, that's the piece that takes the most focus, the most consistency, and the most effort over time to truly create success for yourself. So with that being said, hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon.